Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go. Y'all feeling good tonight? I'm feeling real good, man. I hope everybody's here. Ready to have some fun tonight. Ready to have some fun tonight, man. I got some vibes for y'all tonight, man. We got the call-in show. We got some reactions, man. We're gonna get some fan reactions. Hopefully we get all the fan bases calling in, representing their different fan bases and talking their stuff about their weekend's victories or standing up and, 10 toes down for the losses. I had a lot of Tennessee fans saying that they will pull up. They didn't pull up to the post-game call-in show. We saw that, but we definitely had a few in here popping during the week, and they can't be nowhere to found. That's just like a battered dog, and me, I'm a supporter of, being humane towards animals. But when you have bad dogs and they just, sometimes they just run their mouth a little too much, you got to put them in check, man. And sometimes they want to get wise and get real snappy and run away, be roaming the neighborhood trying to act like they Billy Badass and all this other stuff. But you got to put them back in their place. And so that's what we did with Tennessee. We did that with Georgia. Both of those teams been talking, and fan base has been talking a little bit too much, and I ain't feeling it. I ain't rocking with it. So definitely had to get business correct and get these folks back in line. Hey, hopefully, am I lagging now? Okay, I'm good now. It's like any movement with the camera, man. It has that little technology is doing whatever. It's gonna freaking freeze, man. Like it's trying to produce the best quality. That's why y'all keep supporting your boy. Gonna be able to get a new camera soon, man. We doing a little subscriber competition, man, and I just need to get the 4K to be put in for this drawing. And I'm gonna make my little video on why I need a new camera and all that stuff, and hopefully we win it. Hopefully we win it. Right now, I think it's only 3 contestants in it. It cuts off on December 1st. I think they're trying to give the content creator the reward on Christmas. So hopefully, man, y'all continue to support. And shout out to my guy Wild and Talent over there at Talent Share Agency, man. Our sponsors and the people that they put us on game for us to be able to stream on TikTok. Shout out to them, man. Roll Tide, to all my TikTok family over there, the Bama TikTok family over there. And shout out to everybody pulling up in the chat over here on YouTube, man. We are really doing our thing, man. If y'all haven't noticed, go check the subscriber numbers on YouTube. Y'all are doing y'all job as a family and getting us those new AAA family members. It's something amazing to watch as y'all continue to like and share. I see more comments on the shorts. It's actually motivated me to be a little bit more assertive in our presence and how we present Alabama content or any content when it comes to the Coach Smook Network and what we do to provide your information, entertainment, and informative needs covering your favorite sports and your favorite team. So as we continue to network and grow, man, we're getting plugged into some spaces to be able to react to not just Bama, but we got some Ole Miss friends we'll be hanging out with, some Oklahoma fans. And when you're networking and you're working in the consulting business like I do, you're going to have to utilize those connections. So appreciate y'all for pulling up. Mario Dre, go back up to the top. We're going to go ahead and do roll call, man. Let me get y'all to put y'all where y'all watching from in the chat. Not just Roll Tide or what's up, Coach, but where y'all watching from tonight here on the Coach Smook Network. Whether you're watching on the blue app, the red app, the purple app, the green app, both black apps, right? It don't matter. It doesn't matter, right? What Michael Jackson say, something about color. Doesn't matter what color you are, right? I don't care which app you watching from. I want you to let me know where you watching from while we do our roll call, man. But starting at the top of the screen, appreciate everybody for pulling up, starting here. Hey, Zach, my boy Zach, I know he ready to call in because we had some good takes from this weekend. I didn't do so well on my pick'ems though. I'm gonna pull my pick'ems up and show y'all my results. I think I went like 4 and 6. I think I went 4 and 6 this weekend. Didn't have a good weekend, man, for my pick'ems, but college football did not satisfy. All right, shout out to my guy Brandon, the camera guy, tapping in. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. MJ, my brother, pulling up, one of our mods. AAA, what's good? He said, what's popping? You already know what's popping over here in the AAA family. You know how we do, man. Roll Tide in the chat. And Mary J celebrating her membership of 17 freaking months. Golly. Time is flying. We are getting through our second season as the Coach Smook Network, man. We ain't been publicly backed or funded by anybody. We just independently doing our thing, utilizing the level of credentials that we've been granted. God is good. He's been good to the Coach Smook Network. He's been good to this AAA family. Shout out to Britt tapping in on TikTok and the black app, man, and the red app. Appreciate you for tapping in, sis. Over here on the tube. And then Dougie Fresh always tapping in. My guy, Dougie Fresh. Y'all already know what time it is. What's up, Jacob? I see you over there on TikTok, man. And then we also have who else in the chat? That's Diesel. That's Caden. Oh Lord. Hold up. Nah, we gotta get Caden his proper welcome, man. What's up, Caden? Good to see you, my boy. Tapping in as always. And then where we at? Roll Tide, Antoine. Good to see you. Where we watching from? I see a few tapping in. What's up, Jordan? Good to see you, my little brother. Mr. $1 Million Marching Band man himself, Latrell 1K. What's good, big bro? Good to see you over there on that TikTok side. Y'all drop some comments on TikTok. I got the chat up tonight. It's gonna be a vibe tonight. We won't be doing too much screen sharing tonight, so y'all will be able to talk to me over there on TikTok. I got some other keyboard assets, and I told y'all once we get that other screen, it's up, man. Once we get that PC set back up, and then that other screen, that other display is up, man. Then shout out to my guy Sully, man, coming through to pop the show off before we even get into any of our informative entertainment insights and stuff. My boy come through with the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to that guy, Ayo Sully, already on that sponsor banner. If you want to find yourself on this banner at the bottom that we about to have rolling it and scrolling at the bottom, if you want to find yourself on that banner, all you got to do is super chat. You don't or donate. We got Randall McCollum. I forgot to give him his shout out too, man. He's got the largest donor of the month, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I got to get the chart back up, but we got to find a way to do the banner here, Mary J. because Randall McCollum sent a $25 direct donor to the Coach Smook Network PayPal and says Scoop Boogie Roll Tide. I didn't even see the notification yesterday, or what's that, 2 days ago now. I go to just trying to move some things around so that we can get ready to pay our subscriptions to keep everything running here. And I seen the notification when I seen the transaction. I was like, okay, shout out to my guy Randall McCollum. And he says, Roll Tide Scoop Boogie for the PayPal direct. Don't know, y'all. I'm trying to take my time, man. I've been trying to do some film study, and y'all been letting me come over here and act a slap fool on this show, man. Why y'all ain't been telling me? I've been acting up. Y'all just be Brit, all my mods. Y'all just let me come on here and act up. Mary Jace in the back doing the ones and twos, and she just let me act up and like I ain't got no home training. I just be talking mean to folks, and I was like, ugh, I'm just playing. Nah, y'all know I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it G. Y'all, I'm gonna keep it real for the time, man. But shout out to y'all for pulling up again. Dwayne, good to see you, man. Rat Poison aside, up to this point, does Ty have a better resume / stats than Bryce Young when he won Heisman? Ooh, that would be a good topic of conversation to revisit tonight. Dougie Fresh, there's no reason for you not to call in tonight, and let's talk about that, because what we do at night on the Coach Smook Network, what we do is we try to talk college football, not just SEC, not just Bama. We try to talk college football. That's how we're going to continue to grow our community and our network. So if you're here right now and you're tapped in, we are now 14 minutes into the show, about to get ready to open up the calling lines and just talk about all the hot topics of college football. As the phone line rings, we'll answer the phone lines, and whatever you come up with, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And we'll weigh in and give our thoughts and our not our decisions, but our thoughts and give our insights on what we know. Hey, now, Lady Tam, what's good, my sister? Good to see you, girl. Why you not let me on Smook? Listen, why you don't come on? Come on. Hey, Lady Tam, for real, if you really want to come on, first of all, I really want you to call in, because we got some heat now. We got us a new family member in the AAA family. She I don't think she got a wristband yet, but she really about to grab one. And that's Miss Teresa, man. She came on this line earlier, man. Somebody said, go, Miss Teresa. The other Jay said he had to go call his mama. He had to go call his mama. She brought that heat this morning. So, Tam, we're going to open the phone lines here. You stick around for about 10 minutes. This phone line going to be open. We're just trying to get everybody get settled in. Here we go. So we do got that ready. We got that set up. So now, where everybody watching from, Mary J? Let me grab the wheels for a second. What's good, Smook? I still don't have any energy since that pick six. Oh Lord, man, listen, my God, oh my God. When I say when I rewatch the short from the clip of the live watch party, do y'all feel the energy? I know I'm gonna tell you one thing. TikTok feeling that energy, man. We're getting mad amount of likes and views on that video already. See, now that's authentic. That's not staged. It's not, I don't have nobody off to the side recording me trying to, choreograph nothing, or it's real. You get what I'm saying? That's why people feeling it. And it's not something that y'all get to see me do a lot. Oh, Tam, you was screaming too. Listen, I think everybody in the chat lost their voice in the chat. Like, the chat, people was losing their voice in the chat. They were losing their finger voices in the chat because they was typing so fast, man. It was funny. It was a good time. So checking in from Selma, Alabama, my guy, Dwayne Johnson, he said checking in on the YouTube side. Look, that's what I like to see right there. My guy, Zach, checking in from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the home of the champions. Where champions are made. My guy, Mike Jones, checking in from Cali, California. Knows how to party. California knows how to party. Yeah, man. Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to get to Cali, bro. Y'all Cali folks, y'all got it good. I know cost of living is high, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Everybody that moved from the South, they go to Cali, they love it, man. Other than missing home, being homesick, they love that Cali culture. Y'all got it good out there in Cali. Shout out to my little sister Britt, checking in from Phoenix City, the home of yours truly, Coach Smook. Hey, somebody tell Bear Burner on Twitter that I'm not from Virginia, man, or Maryland. Like, somebody please tell that, man. I'm not from Virginia, bro. I'm gonna give you a better clue. You can go look me up and all that good stuff, and go pull all the dirt you want on Twitter. I promise you, I don't care. My life is so transparent. But Bear Bryant's burning, man. I know you got people watching, man. Appreciate you for your support, but I'm not from Maryland, bro. Stop it. I'm a true Southern boy. I'm a country boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a country boy. Tell him, Britt, we country. We country. He said Maryland. He said Maryland. I don't know why he said from Maryland. I guess because when I started working for Bama football on YouTube, Kyle Henderson was telling my success story, right? My dedication story when he was happy that I was there. And he was like, yeah, this guy, you know, picks up and moves from Virginia without hesitation and gets down here and he's getting in there and learning the craft. So I guess that's like his go-to thing, you know, being that, you know, that's a solid following over there, man. Guy's been around for some while. Yeah, I eat chitlins, bro, not chitterlings. You know what I'm saying? I eat chitlins on Thanksgiving. I don't eat them a lot no more. I grew up eating them so much. My mom we used to help my mama clean them, you know, but I don't eat them too much. I do eat some hog though. We get out there and get us a wild hog. You know, let them drain and get over a nice cold, smoke cold pit. Woo! Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, I give me some wild hog, man. I'm telling you, bro. I get some wild hog, boy. You get the right pork rind, type of fat in that mug, and get the right texture. I'm on it. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Melvin checking in from Birmingham, Alabama. Appreciate y'all. Fayetteville, North Carolina, checking in. My guy MJ tapping in. That boy Jordan Wright checking in from T-Town. Mr. $1 Million Man himself, man. And my guy Caden came through the $5 super chat. Said, Coach Smook, roll. Buckeyes roll from the coming live from London, Ohio. Hey, listen, Caden, my dude, man. I can't even play. That's my dude, man. You a solid dude. It ain't even because of super chats. You stand 10 toes down. You ain't like them Tennessee fans, man. They came through here. Talk all that noise. Promised Land said, Roll Tide Coach, watching from Brooklyn, New York on YouTube. Turn up, man. We got Brooklyn in the house. Thomasville, Georgia in the house. Antoine, I see you, man. Muhammad Fawn said, do you remember who I am? Is this my graphics guy, Muhammad? I need you to reach out to me on Discord, man. I got a job for you, brother. Good to see you, man. Drop a super chat. I see you. Hey, Sully, I see y'all. Okay, I'm just making sure I got everybody. I love Tennessee's new logo. Be wood. I'm just being good, man. I'm just being good, bro. I'm just trying to get the news. You know, they call me a fake insider, but I have to put out the news as it comes. I don't do I don't do fan confirmation. I just go with my gut feeling, and I saw this broadcast about Tennessee's new logo. If you haven't seen the short, go check it out. It's a breaking news. Go check it out. Shout out to Tennessee, man. I think the new logo fits them. I do. So yeah. I knew Sam Johnson. He was a church deacon. You know Sam Johnson? Oh man, so y'all know each other. That's crazy. Y'all see how much our channel growing? All right, chat. So without further ado, man, I don't have much to get into. We just gonna talk about this past weekend's games, man. We literally had a crazy slate of outcomes and matchups this past weekend. I talk about the Georgia Ole Miss game. Ole Miss had an opportunity to win it. Georgia, just a team that's scrapping. I look at Georgia's body of work, and they have a lot of problems right now. They have a lot of problems, but they keep finding a way to win. And those type of teams are dangerous because they're coming up on a bye week. And now I've had a short conversation with my partner. Y'all know Shawty, man. Just My Damn Opinion Sports on YouTube. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. You know what? He's comedic, but he's informative, man. He knows football too. And we see things, certain things differently when it comes to the philosophical aspect of surrounding the game of football in different conversations. But when it comes to the game of football, X's and O's, being able to project a terminology to your subscriber base or to your viewers that, you can break it down on levels that, women are intrigued, and most women, they don't like to get into the schematics, but when you could break stuff down and they like, oh, that's what I was looking at. That's when you're doing something special. And that's why I rock with my guy Shawty, man, a quality content creator. Make sure y'all go check him out. He be singing that Georgia blues now. We ain't gonna give him that pass. He sure be singing that Georgia blues, but he a solid dude, man. I rock with my guy Shawty. But we're just gonna open up the phone lines here in about 3 minutes, and we're just gonna discuss some of the outcomes from this past weekend. Some of the big ones that were kind of huge. Again, LSU and Vanderbilt. Y'all know, like I said on my pick'ems, I went with Vanderbilt. I just had a good feeling. This is a complete team, man. That's a good team. And when they came to Bryant Denny, I think that's a different game. If we're on the road, it's a closer game. I still think we win, but I think they play a little bit different, a little bit more aggressive at home. The crowd noise in that Vanderbilt game was crazy. Shout out to the Alabama fan base for the last 2 home games and the way that we have showed up and showed out. The crowd noise on the Xavier Brown pick is going to live for centuries. It is going to be legend type of talks when you talk about the Xavier Brown pick 6 in the third Saturday of October 2025. Man, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be something that everybody's going to remember. I'm telling you, kids are going to want to go to Alabama because of that play right there. Xavier Brown, you did something there. You did something there. And I talked with Levi Nash, man, the young man. He's committed to Alabama. That young man, he's got that same type of skill set and instinct. We see the same thing with Dijon Lee, same thing with Chuck McDonald on his highlight film. The future of Alabama secondary looks great. Drake Kirkpatrick becoming a future leader, already developing and impacting the game. Alabama fans have a lot to be excited about. Now, Georgia, on the other hand, I don't know, man. Georgia, it's some worries in that locker room. I know you pulled it out in a tough one against Ole Miss. Ole Miss coming on the road. I think I don't think they trusted their quarterback in the passing game too much when they could have. You know, he went 19 of 36. They put him in a lot of half-field reads that put him kind of, limited him, limited his playmaking ability. But for UGA to come back and storm back in that fourth quarter like they did, like I said, a team that continues to fight, 17 unanswered in the fourth quarter. Lane Kiffin, once again, not able to come up with a solid plan B when the defense shows a different look. So, still Achilles heel in his career. We could talk about Georgia and Ole Miss, and then just let me pull up the rest. Let me see. Again, Miami, Louisville upset. We kind of had our reactions that night to that game because we were live doing our call-in show. Appreciate everybody for tapping in on that call-in show too. We had over 1K views to end that night, and I think we were almost at 100 likes on that call-in show. Texas Tech being upset by Arizona State. I told you all, man, that's. This college football on the road, you can't carry anything from last week. 1, and then 2, when you're on the road, you got to play a different level of ball. LSU found that out, man, and I told y'all, man. I've been telling y'all, LSU they were overhyped preseason. Georgia Tech pulling it off on the road against a tough Duke team, and I think Duke going to be contenders in the ACC in the next 2 years, man. Georgia Tech is probably rising to the top, and I think with their recruiting, they're going to be a tough team to keep from the top tier of the ACC over the next 3 to 4 years. But Duke could be ready in about 2 years if they could keep their recruiting classes together. This year's recruiting class, their 26 recruiting class, and some of the portal pieces that are redshirt sophomores with 2 more years of eligibility. Look for Duke to be at the top of the ACC here in the next 2 years. Scrolling down, Oklahoma didn't look good. I'm not gonna lie. They didn't look good against the offense. Didn't look good against South Carolina with John Mateer going 18 of 26 for a touchdown. Was effective in the run game, utilizing his legs, but wasn't nearly as explosive in the pass game as previous games. Efficient, but not explosive. And I don't think South Carolina's defense is good right now. I don't know what's going on in Columbia, but they're up for another tough test as we come into whatever the name of their stadium is. I was sitting over here trying to sound like a sportscaster. Y'all caught me faking the phone. I was faking the phone. That was not authentic. That is not me. But y'all know we going to South Carolina, man, and so they got a tough test coming up here in this Saturday as the Crimson Tide comes storming in. And then the BYU Utah game did not disappoint. BYU making another step towards trying to prove that they're for real. Another good game. Virginia and Washington State, another close loss, 1 possession loss. Last week against Mississippi State, played them tough, lost by 3. This week against Virginia, a team that's undefeated in conference play right now and has only 1 loss on the season. Virginia looking like a team that can compete in the ACC with Miami dropping a conference game. Louisville already has a loss. Florida State has kind of pushed themselves out the picture. Some teams are still hovering around that spot to get in, man. And then again, Texas edging it out against Kentucky. Texas looks horrible, and they have a slate ahead of them. I don't think Texas is going to get to that 7-win mark this season, Chad. And we'll talk about their schedule and break that down. And that's kind of how the weekend rounded out. There were not many more entertaining games. Indiana, once again, just handling business. We see that they're ranked number 3 in the polls again coming into week 9. We could talk AP poll reactions, all of that good stuff here on the Coach Smook Network. At the 30-minute mark, we opening the phone lines. But if you haven't already, chat, listen, take an opportunity and become a member of the AAA family. Before we get into our calling segment, I want y'all to really pay attention to the infomercial, right? We working on something. And give me some feedback. What would you like to see in the new infomercial? We plan on airing it after the bye week. What would you like to see in the new infomercial? And how you in more ways that you feel like you can help support the Coach Smook Network. And it ain't about money. Give me ideas, contents, and everything in the chat while we're in this infomercial break. But when we come back from it, we're jumping into the phone lines, getting your thoughts on the phone line. Get ready to call in and share your thoughts. Somebody say it. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Right back after this message.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips, the perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right, y'all. Phone line is open, 334-625-1121. And we have our first caller. Y'all know who it is, but y'all can guess just about who it is.
Sometimes you find that person, and we've had.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hey, the dude.
Yo, Kaden, what's up, man? You in the game. Talk to me, brother. How you feeling, man?
Good evening, Coach Smook. Sorry I wasn't able this morning to call in, but how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Kaden. How about yourself, man?
Hey, what did you think about my outro from Saturday morning when I called in Saturday?
Hey, listen, you son of a I'm gonna get you now. I do it. It was pretty funny though. You got me. I can't even be mad. We found it real funny, man. You know we love your little comedic approach to your fandom and your support over here at the Coach Smook Network, man. You're a good guy, buddy.
Well, I was ready for the hell you were gonna give me. So
man. I'm in good spirits, Kaden. You saw what we did to Tennessee.
Come on, Coach Smook. I'm ready for it. Come on now.
Look, man, Kaden, I'm good today, man. I'm good. I'm treating today like it's Sunday. How about that? I'm gonna just treat today like it's Sunday, and we're gonna leave it at that. Cool?
Yeah, It's fine, but you're gonna bore me out a little more.
Nah, man, come on. We talk about your Ohio State Buckeyes, man. It looks like y'all are on a freaking speed track to the playoffs.
I told everybody about this Ohio State team. You don't want to play it. Simple as that. I said we're gonna come out of the gate, beat everybody. Simple as that. And we've done so for the last 8 weeks. And I told y'all on the Alabama channel that our conference is weak as hell. Dog, seriously, I was right about it in the first place. Seriously,
Right? You fading away, Caden. Where you at?
can you hear me now, Coach Smook? Am I loud and clear?
A little bit. What? Say it again.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I said that our conference is weak as hell,
Okay.
and our opponents are just as crappy as our daggum schedule. Truthfully told, from Kane the Diesel Freak. But yeah, Bama, Tennessee. Y'all are smoking cigars. Wow, the most traditional thing I've ever seen somebody do. Not impressive.
Man, what the hell you talking about, Katie? Are you hating on a age old tradition just because you up Northerners, you Quakers up there can't handle the little smoke that we be putting in there?
Nah, it's just one of the most boring traditions in my opinion.
Shut up, Caden, man. Listen, I'll tell you what. I say this about Ohio State, and I'm gonna leave it at this. The first test y'all have, please do not disappear. I want you to be here on the Coach Smook Network.
Coach Smook.
You don't think Caden? You don't think it can happen the way that college football has looked the past 6 weeks? You don't think that Ohio State can't show up to UCLA or at Purdue and drop a unforeseen match?
You know, Coach Smook, do you even know who the hell you're talking to? Do you even know who the hell you're talking to?
Who am I talking to? You tell me who the hell I'm talking to.
I will tell you who you're talking to, you son of a... You're talking to the baddest Buckeye walking this earth.
Okay.
Caden the Diesel Freak. And I'm going to tell you this.
Tell me.
Purdue and Pussy State University, scum, they ain't going to be nothing.
Yeah.
But this Ohio State defense, we're kicking there, and we're not giving up.
What are you saying for? This grown folks late night. What you mean? We grown. What you got to say, KC? That's the problem with y'all punk Buckeyes, man. Y'all get on this. Y'all get on these little talk shows. Y'all want to pop all that stuff because y'all sitting over there with your elementary schedule, playing these elementary schools week in and week out. Ain't nobody staying y'all, man. Just wait. Just wait till the playoffs.
Okay.
Just wait.
Okay,
just wait.
I'll give you that, Coach Mook. You pointed it out there. I agree with you.
I'm just saying. But, don't be out here popping your like you out here beating ranked teams 4 weeks in a row. You know what I'm saying? You
Coach Mook.
Huh?
Coach Mook. You know I'm the only person on this daggone platform that said our conference and our schedule.
I know, but you out here popping like you tough. You popping like y'all tough, and I don't think y'all tough. I think y'all nice. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got nice cars and stuff. You know, y'all the good kids on the other side of the town that play, good basketball. You run good formations and stuff. But I don't think y'all tough.
Tough.
Yeah.
Well, as
Soft.
I like to say, Coach Mook, you F around, you'll find out about what the hell's going to happen. And actually, we both been talking about this, Coach Mook, for the last couple of weeks. Alabama's coming up to Ohio State. We'll see really how tough this team is.
Man,
and we'll really see if Alabama can hang with the baddest boys from up north.
Caden.
And clearly Michigan ain't worth a daggone crap.
Caden. If Alabama and Ohio State meet up this season, I truly believe we are going to rip Julian Saint's head apart. Your offensive line is not good, and people will not admit it because y'all are dominating all your opponents, right? I look at Ohio State's schedule, and we're talking football. I'm not trolling anymore. You guys couldn't score against this Texas defense. Texas is bad, and I know it's week 1, but you guys allow so much pressure on the front. And then I go and I look at the game against Washington and how they started with their front. There's a weakness in Ohio State. They just haven't seen a team that's going to be able to really pressure. Illinois didn't even do it with the defense. They just took early advantages, opportunities offensively, and made it look like a game early. You know, they started a few Ohio State drives. They really weren't dominating in any phase of the game. And then of course Wisconsin, man, we just does Wisconsin even have? Are their football players go ahead and transition over to basketball and track? Like they not playing football, so I wouldn't be too confident if I was Ohio State right now. And they're on a bye week this week, right? Y'all got a bye week, right?
That's correct. And the boys are in the weight room and they're lifting weights and they're pounding them weight racks.
You seen them
and
lifting
I probably
weights?
And I dang sure know Carson Heinzman probably broke a set of weights in half because that boy is an absolute animal of an offensive lineman. And truth be told, he's a genetic freak. And our defensive line is a bunch of genetic freaks, unlike
I don't know, man. I don't think y'all are good. I don't think y'all are that good up front this year, man. And it's going to take one of those games where a team just believes for more than 15 minutes. And that's all it's going to take for these trenches to be exposed. But Caden, we got to open the phone line up, man. Last statement, and then we're going to get you up off the line, man.
Coach Luke, how dare you talk about my brothers from another mother that went to Scalding Gray? But I'll leave it at this. I'll leave you with this. I hope you're ready because you're going to be writing checks in your mouth that your ass can't cash. And I'll tell you this. Come that game, give your soul to the Lord because your ass belongs to me. And that's the bottom line. And I'll tell you this, Coach Spook. Like I said Saturday, roll, Buckeyes, roll, mother.
Get off my damn line, Caden. Y'all give it up for Caden, man. That dude's so funny, bro. I love Caden, man. That dude's funny, man. That's my guy, man. 334-625-1121. That same energy he brought, I want everybody to bring that energy tonight. We got another caller on the line waiting, my guy.
Zach Willie.
Let's go. Yo, Zach. What's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
Man, we had Caden, the delusional Ohio State fan, on the line last week.
Hey, I'm glad you ain't you was about to fall asleep on him, Zach. Don't tell me you was about to fall asleep.
No, I'm not going to fall asleep on y'all.
Okay, I was about to say.
I got to call in and spit my stuff, you know.
Hey, Zach, don't come in here. Listen, hold on. We got to put some restrictions on Zach chat because he's offending Georgia fans and they're becoming offended. Now, I think Adrian is probably a little bit tougher than most, okay? Adrian's a different type of Georgia fan, but it's other Georgia fans, man. They really mad at you, Zach. So be careful with what you got to say tonight. You know I got you back, man. Right. But I ain't had no rabies shot, this year. So we gotta be careful with these dogs sniffing around, all right?
All right, bro.
All right, go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, Caden, y'all had our 4th-string backup quarterback come in and is y'all starter. That we basically told him to leave Bama because he couldn't cut it at Alabama. That's why he went there to y'all. And so, yeah, Caleb Downs couldn't cut it in this and Kane Walmart defense. That's why he went over there to little bro Ohio State, and because he knew that he wouldn't be able to cut it here at Alabama anymore. Even though he had an outstanding true freshman season, that was in a Nick Saban defense. He was fit for Nick Saban style of defense, and so yeah, I really don't see Ohio State winning a championship again this year. talking about games this weekend.
Hold on, Zach. You done unloading the clip. We just need to make sure so we can cover from undercover because you just let off a good. Zach just let off.
We're good, Coach. We're safe.
All right, man. Hey, everybody that's not typing in the chat right now. It's okay to come out now. You're good. You're good. Zach's done. He's back. I don't know what provoked that drill right there. Y'all know how these little young boys, what they call them, the YNs now, Zach. Y'all know how the YNs be moved. They call them drills. They call them drills, man. They said that, hey, Zach had to. He just pulled up without warning. All right, hold up. Let's check. We got another super chat from Caden. He got something for you, Zach. Hold on. Let's see what Caden got to say. He says, Zach, you're so full of shit that your eyes turned brown. Oh, snaps. Whoa. Whoa, Caden. We got some heat. We got some Zach and Caden. We're going to have to get them on the show one day. If Alabama and Ohio State meet up ever, Zach and Caden, I know Zach going to be around. Caden still around. We're gonna bring them on screen. We're gonna let them duel it out. I'm gonna mediate for that episode. As a matter of fact, no, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have Britt come on. We're gonna have Britt come on and mediate.
No,
appreciate the super chat though, Katie.
For real, not Ohio State. Ole Miss, Lane. You know, Lane Kiffin. You know, as we like to say, because that fourth quarter, he went away from what was working against that Georgia defense and tried to force the passing game, and it cost them the game. This weekend, Auburn got beat by Missouri. Wow. I'm surprised Missouri. It took 2 overtimes for Missouri to beat Auburn, and I know
you know what,
at Jordan.
You know what, Zach? Somebody else said that, and I went back and I looked at the game. Missouri just played a sloppy game, and Auburn's defensive front, the best part of their team, was able to kind of capitalize on Missouri's slow start. They started slow. I don't think Coach Drink and his staff were confident in their play calling on how they wanted to attack Auburn defensively in the first half. So I think it was just a weird game for them. And people got to remember, I talked about this before the game this week. I said this will be Missouri's first real test. This is their first true road game, and it's on the road,
right?
And it's a conference game. It's in Jordan-Hare, so. Those 6 home games, to host Kansas, who else they had? South Carolina. We came into the house like they handled home. They handled home. Conference play. They played a lot closer games, and that showed up against Auburn. But they were able to edge it out. I think they played a complete game to be on the road in the SEC and to come out like they did. I think they did play, and honestly. My guy B. Wood said Mizzou slept on Auburn and still won. I don't think they slept on them. I think Auburn was able to attack their weakness, same thing we did. They hadn't faced an athletic defensive front up until they played us. So I think Auburn just banked on that. That's Auburn's best asset. Their weakness is their offensive line. Well, spots on it anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, and Ohio State won't face an athletic defensive front until they face Michigan, because Michigan has one of the, in my opinion, the last few years has had one of the best defensive lines in the country, because they just rotate talent in there at Michigan on the defensive side of the ball.
Facts.
But yeah, and so I could see the Michigan game being their first true test, and then them being on the road, it'd be a lot tougher game for them than what they think.
Yeah, and that's a noon game too, man. That last game of the season against Ohio State, between Ohio State and Michigan, that's always a tricky one, and that's what I'm saying. Like, who knows what Bryce Underwood does coming off the road against Maryland, a team that struggles in pass defense. Those 30, 25 to 30 completions that he can gain in that game against Maryland could set him up
Mhm.
for the right momentum to go back home. And this is going to be a perfect scenario for him. You think about it, a true freshman quarterback, his first year starting as a true freshman, his first Michigan-Ohio State rivalry game, he gets to do it at home. That's gonna favor him, and he's gonna have an opportunity to cement his name in that little history book of theirs in that rivalry. So it's gonna be a big game. I think he'll be up for it, and I think it'll be a good game, a good matchup by that time. We'll really know what Julian's saying is after that game because, like you said, Michigan State's defense at all three levels is not as elite as it was in recent history, but they're still effective. They're still disruptive up front. They're still getting a push on offensive line. So I'm real hype about that game for Ohio State. And speaking of Michigan, man, this is a team, and they only have one conference loss, right? And they're third in the Big Ten right now, with their one conference loss. No, yeah, they have one conference loss. Two losses, one to Oklahoma at the beginning of the season, and then to USC when they went on the road to USC, which was a weird game for them. But they've been playing a good brand of defense all season. They could win out and still play in that conference championship game. I think their only other opponent, they don't see Indiana, they don't see Ohio State, so they could still be in it. It's not crazy to think that Indiana or Oregon might drop one. Oregon already beat Indiana, so it wouldn't be crazy to think that Indiana might drop one before the end of the season. They have who we got?
Right.
Penn State, Maryland. They're at Penn State. That's going to be a weird game for them.
Mhm.
Indiana's got a pretty solid pathway to the playoffs themselves, man. I don't know, man. The Big Ten, I don't know how they work that out. Where 3 out of your 4 top teams, only one of them are seeing each other.
Yeah. I don't understand that either, but we'll just that's how they do it. So it is what it is. But I have some stats for the all the people that was complaining in the chat during the Tennessee game Saturday.
Run it.
Our offensive line group, and this is coming from the people from PPF that do the PPF
PFF, Pro Football Focus.
Right. They graded out our offensive line. Our offensive line as a whole graded out as at a 86 point something. This weekend against Tennessee, that top 10 pass rush that everybody was high on. We showed elite. What's the word?
Pass protection. We showed elite execution. Holding your offense, having your offensive production be the level that it was in both phases, both pass and running. 200 yards passing, 200 plus passing, plus 100 yards rushing. No matter how you did it, collectively as a team, is started and is engineered. It starts with your offensive line and their quality of production and blocking in both schemes. And to be able to do that and total up to 400 total plus yards, only 4 negative plays total throughout the whole game, no sacks, and the fumble was a technicality fumble, right? Supposed to be an incomplete pass. We look at this game, that tells you what this offensive line, the quality of offensive line we have, and that's rotating 8 guys in this game.
Right. And so the guy that on the offensive line group that graded out the highest is the guy that we have harped on the last 3 years about showing us him being a first-round talent, Caden Proctor. He graded out at a 78. So, for all the people that was hard on him, relax. He's getting into his groove. He's finding out what he can do. He's settling into what he has to do to be effective in pass and run blocking.
For sure, for sure. Well, Zach, got people calling in, man. Hey, it was crazy how you came in with the strap, man. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all gotta be careful, Zach. When you get on the phone, you gotta warn us, bro. For your family, man. You just gotta, hey, tell us you about to unload the clip, and you everybody need to be careful. Get down behind cover because it's about to go down. But Zach, final thought, man, and then we're gonna get open the phone line, brother.
Yeah, my final thought is always continue to improve each day in practice, and let's go get this win in South Carolina and continue and end the month undefeated. And roll tide to you and my AAA family, Coach.
For sure, roll tide, Zach. We appreciate you for tapping in, man. As always, y'all give it up for Zach. Roll tide, my guy. That's my guy right there. I got somebody trying to tap in. Okay, Lady 10, you got to call in. Everybody, the phone number 334-625-1121. Phone line is open. I didn't send out automated text messages today, but it's doing its automated responses, I see. Phone line open, call in. That's how the message should say. I should have put a space between call in, before I set it up, Got another caller on the line. Look like Lady Tam calling. Let's see.
Call from
Tamara Fleming.
to accept.
We got Lady Tam on the phone line in the game with Coach Smook. How you doing today?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm good, sis. I'm good. Finally got you on the phone line, so I know we doing something, man. Y'all give it up for Lady Tam, man. Tapping in. How you feeling tonight, sis? You ready? Yeah, I know you said you lost your voice this past weekend, so.
I got so much to say. Roll Tide, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. Coach Smook is the homie. That's my bro.
Yeah.
And we connected long months ago. We finally got me on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know I'm special.
Thank you. They call me Lady Tam. I'm all the way from Portland, Oregon.
Let's go.
I'm from Portland, Oregon. But I want y'all to know I am not an Oregon fan. I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide through and through.
Mm-hmm.
I walk around in my Alabama gear and get stopped on the street all the time, me and my son. But they always stop me because I am not no Duck fan. I do not believe in the Oregon Ducks at all.
We don't got nothing personal against them. It's just they
ain't us.
They ain't like us. They not like us.
They ain't like us. They not like us. But yeah, so anyway, I had so much to say about Saturday. So this whole season has been something else. I mean, what a journey. To all the Tide fans, I just want to say that that's not fair weather, because I had a fair weather moment during the Florida State game. I had to literally go for a drive.
Look. Hey, accountability 2025. I love it.
Yeah, I had to be accountable. But I've done my apology. To Coach DeBoer. But listen, it's been quite a journey. But you know what? You have to go through stuff like this to be who we are. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be. I'm telling you, this journey we're on is iconic. It's incredible. I still believe in Coach DeBoer, his coaching staff. I think they're awesome. I literally cannot eat when we get ready to play. That's how big of a fan I am. I literally plan my meals around Saturday games.
Yeah, hey, listen, right? I told my people, man, every year we try to do our Pastors Appreciation Banquet on third Saturday in October. And I'd be like, y'all know we going to be playing between 2:30, 3:30, or 6:30. You know, it's going to be our kickoff. Yeah. Why is we doing this to ourselves? And everybody, every year, back home, we in the lobby of the hotel trying to watch it on the big TVs or wherever they got a TV at, on the phone or whatever. So gotta do better. New Life House Press. Shout out to Mom and Daddy. I love y'all. Roll Tide.
Yeah. Shout out. You be serving. I know you be doing your thing. But it's incredible. Like, this journey is incredible. Just real quick first of all, let me start with the AP poll. My humble opinion is we should be number 3. I believe number 4, I'll take it, but I believe we should be number 3 because of the ranked wins over Texas A&M. Even though I give Texas A&M their flowers, but I can't stand no Aggie, but I give their flowers for what they've done so far. But I believe we should be number 3 because of the ranked wins. Period. So there's that. My other thought about Saturday is wow. I mean, Zabian, he's been my favorite player since last year. And I'm one of those weird fans that send them DMs, like telling them I'm praying for him and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I love Zabian, and to see him do that on Saturday was just, I mean, and I don't know if he knows this, but us Alabama fans is going to be running that clip for 10 years. We are not going to let that go. Oh, my God.
Tam, I literally said it when I was opening the show tonight. Like, that's going to be a reason why kids commit to Alabama. That play right there, 100%. Like kids, young DBs. I talked with a 27 commit, Levi Nash, and you know, I've been connected with that family over the past few months, and he was, you know, just talking about, you know, big play, you know, and I was like, yeah, man, you gonna, you could see yourself doing it, huh? I was like, man, you already know, and he was just enjoyed his visit this past weekend. So yeah, that's gonna be one to be remembered, just like Minka Fitzpatrick. You know, his 3 picks against Texas A&M his junior year. That was a crazy game.
Trayvon Diggs
come on, man.
I mean,
Javier Arenas.
I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, that's iconic. That's going to be in the history books for years to come. Another thing about on that subject, Coach, is that another big thing about these recruits is Coach DeBoer and his coaching staff is showing these young men that if you're a freshman and you come in and you earn your spot, you can play. Like, it's not just a selling point. It's not just all talk. We are literally watching it in real time. I've been a fan of Michael Carroll for the last, for a while.
Come on now.
His highlight reel, his high school highlight reel is crazy. Like, and he, Dijon Lee, all of them, like, they are showing you that if you come here and you commit yourself and you work hard and you do what you're supposed to do, you can be out on that field. And I really think that right there, I mean, they're proving it week in and week out. And some of our older veterans might be losing some playing time because these freshmen coming in here balling.
Yeah.
And that's really, really great. I thought Saturday was great. When we talk about the South Carolina game coming up, every game for Alabama, they always say is a trap game. There's always some weird thing behind it, no matter who we play. But I think this year, me and my son talked about this a long time after Saturday's game. Shout out to my son, William. He's 17, and he's the only one I raised right because my other son is at Ohio State.
Oh, Lord, don't. Hey, listen. We don't have to tell people about that. We don't have to tell people about that. Keep family business.
Right. I tell my 17-year-old, I'm like, now you was raised right because he's Bama through and through.
Yeah.
But one thing we were saying is last year I was very nervous because of just the transition and all of that. This year I'm nervous every game just because I'm a big fan, but that's a confident nervous. It's a different type of expectation. And I think you don't go into any games, underestimating an opponent. You never do that. I don't believe Coach DeBoer does that. I don't believe the coaching staff does that. But I think this is a different mindset type of team. You can feel it through the screen. You can feel it watching that walkout video of Coach DeBoer. I saw the one where he slammed the clipboard against when they came out, but he was doing that walking out.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is Coach DeBoer. Like, he does that. I don't know why people trying to act like he's just an emotionalist. He's not going to do it because the fans demanded it. That's what the players like to see out of him. He's starting to see a different side from his players as they continue to trust him. He's continuing to trust them, and he's developing as a coach for what his program needs, what his team, because next year the team might be so mature that you might see him operating as a team manager type of energy, just showing up, suit and tie, type of energy. And that might be what the team is, because we've seen him at previous stops as a head coach have the same type of success, have the same similar transition points where certain games into the season, you see certain aspects and characteristics show up in all of his teams, every stop that he's been at. And now he's doing it not just with a normal V6 or V8, it's supercharged. It's the scat pack, everything you need to be the best operating vehicle in the conference. And it took a minute to learn how to drive it because you got new pieces, you got new technology that you're working with. So I think he's getting the hang of it, and you see it every year. He kind of ramping it up a couple thousand RPMs to see if he could push the clip. And I think this past 3 weeks, hell, I'll say 4 weeks, he's been really pushing it to the max with the way that we've been winning our games in this ranked conference streak that we're on.
100%. And I think that, like you said it best when you said he's developing more too, because we know coming from Washington, coming from what he's done, he's been amazing his whole career. But this is a shift. This is a step up. This is a push. This is different. And I'm starting to see a different Coach DeBoer. I love it. I also think Alabama fans, buckle up, because this is just going to get better. I have great expectations for this year. I really do. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. But when I tell you, these next couple years, this man is going to be raw. This team is going to be crazy. Just to see the commits like Sedarian and Jaira and them, and then just seeing them like on the field and the way I was like, they walking around like they own the place
already.
Like I was just, you know what I mean? Their whole energy was like home, you know. And I'm like, it is really going to be something. You know, we went through a rough patch, if you want to call it rough, because you know what? When you look what's going on with the coaching carousel that we going on, I wouldn't want nobody else in the world but Coach DeBoer right now.
You imagine us trying to go out and get Lane Kiffin, and we saw how he gave that game to Georgia this past weekend.
You better talk.
He gave it to him. Imagine trying to go and buy out or get Texas to negotiate a deal so we could get Sarkisian, or even trying to come up there to Eugene and get Dan and his lack of offensive game management. Like, I don't get what people were talking about. And you still have people trying to get rid of our defensive coordinator, Kane Womack. And literally every ranked matchup, we've held teams off of their averages when it came to their bread and butter of how they operate. He spoke on it today. A lot of these stats and numbers are padded when you look at schemes and how teams are producing these numbers. Just like somebody said, Tennessee's run defense is number 1 in the country. Well, you might be able to stop traditional run game, but guess what? We got extensions to our run game, and now we're going to break you for 100. We got one wide receiver plus a 42-yarder on you. We had another one plus almost a 20-yarder on you. And everybody's talking about that's concerned about the run game. No, we're just playing smart. Why try to run through a brick wall and there's holes in the brick wall that you can run clean through?
100%. I really feel that. And like what Kane Womack is doing, like I've seen him make adjustments where I didn't see it last year.
Come on.
You know, I've seen him do some other things. Hey, talk about that run game. Daniel Hill, come on, son.
It's happening.
I mean, it's happening. Like Jam is still Jam, and they never take nothing from Jam. But when I was watching the way Daniel was doing that this week, I said, uh-oh. And you know me, I love me some Justice Haynes.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've cried real tears until like when I saw Justin Lee. That really hurt me.
Yeah.
But I looked at my son Saturday night. I said, okay, Justice who?
Yeah. Listen. But then you got to look at it. Jam's not even 100% yet. You know, he was cleared to play.
He still hurts, you can tell.
Yeah, and I mean, even the way he bounced off the tackle, the stiff arm, and got the first down to end the first quarter. That was a pivotal moment in the game, and I don't think people really watch the game. They're watching it, but they're not paying attention because after the game, the first thing, we can't run the ball. Did y'all not see how many first downs were converted by handing the ball off?
Right.
Like, did y'all not see Ty go out there on third down and almost turn it over, right, on that rollout play, and the boy and them put the ball right in his hand, and he made the right decision. They gave him the same exact look and gave him the same exact reaction, and he utilized his legs. Immediately corrected. You see the running backs being a lot more patient. Those iPads and those sessions on the sideline are helping these young men develop in real time because we're seeing guys that have been used to this at the high school level. You got so many different schools using the huddles software on the sideline so the kids can see in real time what's happening, how they need to adjust. And now you get to college and that's like available access. You talking about 20 some iPads on the sideline, kids just, you know, scrolling and looking at stuff, getting stuff drawn up from the top on the screen share. Yeah. It's no reason to be behind right now if you're at a program like Alabama with all of the assets available to improve your game. That's why when I see guys like Deshaun Jones struggle like he has since week 1, I'm trying to figure out why we haven't replaced him already. Brad Morgan went out there, got production. Cam Calhoun is sitting on the bench. Let's see some switches now because we're in the meat of that season and we need our best game, our best foot forward every game.
100%. I think I'm hoping to see that starting to come in this next couple weeks. I also want to say I'm starting to hear a little bit of Alabama fear, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
At the end of the game Saturday, I felt like Tennessee started getting scared. I could see them starting to look at our defense and be like, oh, I could see it starting right at the very, very end. Also, on TikTok, I saw Barstools. I can't think of his name. He's whack. He's a Mississippi State fan. And he started talking about randomly. See, you got to read between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
He started talking about randomly how our OC, what's his name again? I can't think of it.
Ryan Grubb.
Ryan Grubb. When Ryan Grubb, he started talking about Ryan Grubb's wife and how she don't like the South and she's a West Coast girl and this. I said, you know what y'all doing? You're making up stuff and you're scared. You see the writing on the wall and you're trying to say something stupid because you see the writing on the wall. Everything is fine over here in Crimson Tide land. You just sit back and be scared. You thought that Nick Saban was scary. We are going to 2.0 scary.
Listen.
And I'm ready for y'all to start being fearful again because when I heard that corny story, I said, oh, here they go. Now y'all scared.
See, you
now
know what's crazy?
Scared.
I remember people called me out for shooting that narrative down. You had so many Bama platforms talking about we can't get Grubb. And this is when I put out this story about and I had what's my guy's name? Out there in Washington. I ended up getting in contact Mookie Edmonds, I think his name is. I ended up getting in contact with him. We had the conversation about him, and he was telling me he writes for the Seattle Seahawks, and he's been a connect to the organization for about 12, 13 years at this point. And he said a lot of times when you hear rumblings about coaching movements, it's not going to be much conversation. And when that happens, it's likely to happen. Same thing happened.
Yeah,
and so when I put that story about Ryan Grubb out, and those people were talking about there's no chance we get him Grubb, he's in the NFL, this and third. The reason why they didn't come to Bama, his wife doesn't like the Southeast. She loves Tuscaloosa. The thing was, realistically, how were they going to pick up at that point in time and actually transition as a family? And sometimes people care more about their livelihood with their families more so than a job, right? And the opportunity was convenient for Seattle. They saved about $4 million.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? They don't have to go out and hire this established OC. Come on, man. This man, and he came down and told us. He said, "I will be the next offensive coordinator for your Alabama Crimson Tide." He told us. He didn't say when, right? He didn't say when. He just knew it was going to happen. So
right. No. And I'm telling you because I remember when you start talking about it. The first time I heard you say it, let me tell you why I believed you, because I told you I'm from Pacific Northwest anyway.
Yeah.
I was watching DK, and DK was on that little phone on the sideline, DK Metcalf, and he was going off on Grubb. And I could just tell his whole face was like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, Smook is right. He's out of there. I could tell. And then it happened within weeks. And
they had no respect for him because of where he came from. Nobody was really giving Grubb respect. And this is an offense in Seattle with Geno that year. They weren't the reason why that team was 10-6. They weren't the reason why. The run game was shaky. You didn't have a feature back for real, but that offense was not the reason why you go 10-6. That defense was horrid.
And you check this out. Look what Grubb did with Geno, and now look what Geno at Raiders.
Exactly.
Geno at Raiders,
they look great.
Look like he needs to be benched today.
Hey,
it is awful.
Come on, man. They
awful.
They look excellent, right? Somebody told me they look excellent. I said, man, have you watched them? I said, have you watched Geno? He do not look comfortable. He do not feel at home. And they can't run the ball either. So it is what it is. But Tam, we're gonna get this phone line back open. Sis, final thoughts before I let you off the line.
Listen, roll tide for Portland, Oregon all day. We going to the playoffs. The board, listen, I'm with y'all. I love y'all. Stay with Coach Smook. Stay locked in. That's my homie and my brother. And I'll talk to you later.
You already know. Roll tide, sis.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for my sister, Lady Tam. Y'all tapping in on the Coach Smook College Show. Listen, hey, Mary J, you know what? That might be because we had Cindy. We had Cindy and Teresa calling earlier. Miss Teresa calling earlier. So that's three ladies in one day. That's crazy. I'm listen, we changing the game, chat. We done had 3 real football fans, female football fans, call in and share their thoughts and give some great conversation. All 3 of them gave great conversation. Shout out to the ladies out there for stepping up. Shout out to the women out there, man. And then in support of Breast Cancer Month, man, we plan on doing our pink out this weekend for the South Carolina game here on the Coach Smook Network. So I'll be going to get some pink Alabama gear. Hopefully I can find a nice t-shirt or something to hang up back here. And maybe a pink hoodie. I don't know. I'm going to find some pink. And we're going to do our pink out here on the show. We're going to have the banner pink. Everything going to be pink up here. We're going to try to get pink out going to support breast cancer awareness. Y'all give it up for yourselves. And don't forget, man, everything that y'all are donated with these super chats, we will do a donation here this week to a breast cancer survivor. Last year, my sister Aisha French, shout out to her. She won it. And we showed her some love, man. She appreciated it. She came through and subscribed to the channel. She checked in. She don't really be on socials like that, you know what I'm saying? But she be supporting your brother, her big brother, and I support her in her continued fight against breast cancer. Shout out to 205. We got him on the line.
Call from
Yo, Melvin, you in the game with your boy Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
What up, Coach Smook? What's going on?
Look, what's up, Black Tony? What's up?
I do you gonna do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, man. Hey, my boy Black Tony. You coming to work today, Black Tony?
Yeah, I'm coming in.
All right, man.
I wanna make a little comment about that first little caller, man. Now, I just wanna ask you something, Coach Smook. What the fuck is a damn Buckeye?
What you say? What now?
What is a Buckeye?
What is a Buckeye?
Yeah.
I think it's like a acorn, ain't it? Ain't that's what aren't Buckeyes like a different type? Ain't that a different name for an acorn?
Yeah, cause I ain't never heard of Buckeye or shut eye or close eye, whatever that is. Just don't make any sense to me.
I don't know. Somebody in the chat, somebody tell me it's a nut, right? I know it's a nut, ain't it? An acorn. It's dangerous in Bama. Basketball players are killing girls for not giving. What? Get the hell out of here, man. Hey, Black Raider still. Hey, are you a Bama fan? I don't think that dude a Bama fan. He always come in with some weird stuff. Let him stick around a little bit, moderators. We're going to watch him. Yeah.
You got some haterade. You got some haterade on the chat.
Yeah, folks, I don't get it. You know what? Let's go off topic real quick. Let's make somebody feel welcome real quick. Melvin, you the perfect person to have this conversation with. You understand a little common. You got common sense.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. So what I've never understood this, right? What is the satisfaction of sitting in the comfort of your home or your space, right? On a phone that you pay a phone bill for, or whether you're still on Wi-Fi, whatever you're doing, however you're getting access to social media or media platforms in general.
Yeah.
Where is the satisfaction of scrolling and finding something that you dislike so much that you have to comment about your discrepancies or your dislikes about it with no intentions of supporting what you get what I'm saying? Like what's can you try to make that make sense for me? I'm lost on it.
See, some people just want to do their own little things and try to make themselves look good, knowing they really there's some there's some jackasses.
Yeah. We definitely familiar with the jackass syndrome. We seen Billy Napier pulling off a jackass syndrome, man. You see what happened to him. Talk about Florida, the Gators, man, losing another coach, man. How many coaches would that be in a 10-year span, chat? With somebody, Zach, pull that up for me. One of my mods, get that information for me.
Now, how many Gators they had lost? I mean, I lost count on my fingers and toes. I don't know, man.
Melvin, they said they running out of gators in the swamp, man. They ain't even got, because I think what happens is every time they get a new coach, they get a new gator mascot too, don't it? Don't they got to go get a new gator mascot?
Yeah, a new game, messed out everything. And then Coach Smooth, they get beat so many times. It's not even funny anymore, man.
Man, hey, if we start having a shortage in gators, y'all head to Gainesville. First thing, that's the first direction we going to. We head into Gainesville and confiscating. They probably got them stored up. They got a little money to be paying these buyouts. I think Billy Napier's was what? Was it 28 mil they negotiated, or was it 50 mil? What's Napier's buyout, chat? I need my mods at work. I ain't think about none of this. This is all this good conversation y'all bringing. But what you think about the AP poll rankings? I know we finally got the official rankings earlier Sunday.
They finally gave us with that 4 spot. Hey, I like that 4 spot, man. I love it. I don't got no complaints about it. None of that. Hey, we good where we at. So hey.
And that's crazy because like the first call, Lady Tam said, us being at 4, I get it with the 1 loss. But when you look at the strength of schedule, we got the number 1 strength of schedule in the top 4 right now. We have more ranked wins of the all top 4 teams combined. And I think even with Georgia's ranked wins, who has Georgia beat that is ranked? Ole Miss. They beat Ole Miss. That was a ranked win for them. Who else was ranked? They haven't played any. I mean, who else have they played that was ranked? Let me see.
They ain't say nobody else was ranked. I don't know.
Let me see. Hold on. We got. All right, hold on. Here we go. Week 1. Who have they played, Chad? I don't think they've played anybody that's else been ranked. Hey, Mel, you got a TV on or something in the background?
Oh yeah, let me turn it on.
Okay, yeah. But nah, I just don't see how these matchups are made up or these rankings are done. I understand Alabama has the week 1 loss to Florida State, but the body work even in that game matches up to some of these teams' wins, right? The way we played in that game with missed tackles, the penalties, the drops, all of that stuff. Some of these teams have won games doing some of the same things, just have played worse teams at that point in time in the season. So Tennessee is their other ranked win in the Ole Miss. So if you add up all the ranked wins in the top 4, they match, or they only have 1 more win in the top 4. Well, no, because Georgia's number 5. So we got more wins than all the other 3 teams combined.
Now,
and shout out to I forget who put that stat in the chat earlier. It was either Dougie Fresh or Demlin, but shout out to y'all, man.
Oh yeah, Coach. Let me ask you a question too, man. While we on the phone right quick. Georgia Tech, man. How you think they looking, man, so far?
You said what now?
How you think Georgia Tech looking by now, man?
I told everybody preseason. And they were my dark horse ACC champion. And I somebody please, before the conference championship weekend hits, somebody please help me find that take. It was around August 27th, 24th, and the 27th. It was a live morning show. We were making our bold preseason predictions with the SEC, but then I think it might have been a show with Jason. I'm gonna have to ask Jason, but myself, and I think Shawty, I think everybody was kind of on that Georgia Tech board with Haynes King as long as he could stay healthy. And we've seen Georgia Tech defense really show up. They played a tough defensive game because their offense was struggling a little bit against Duke. So Georgia Tech might be that team that give Georgia a loss late in the season. You never know.
Nah, I think they get Georgia with all the problem, man. Once they do 2 play against each other, man, I think they get Georgia a whole lot of drama and problems, man. For real.
Facts. And it's going to be funny because Kareem said that new mascot is going to be a monitor lizard. That's going to be funny, man. Hey, but I look at it like this too, man, Melvin. the way that college football is transitioning with conference and divisionless conference play, that 9 conference games a year for the SEC uh is going. I don't think it's going to hurt the SEC, especially with the way that the Big Ten is been panning out over the past years, being so top heavy, and your top teams avoiding each other throughout the season. I think strength of schedule. If there was a time to show the importance of strength of schedule, it would be this season when you got a team like Alabama that lost an unranked out of conference game week 1 and has ran off 4 ranked games, or a team like Notre Dame that lost their 2 ranked games and now they get lucky because USC sneaks into the top 25. I believe they were number 25 last week, and now that you get them, they come into your house and you handle that game, barely win that one. Does that really solidify Notre Dame as a team that's a legit 2-loss playoff team? More than likely, they will be able to do that because their 2 losses were against ranked opponents that continue to stay in the top rankings. Miami may have lost one, but if they don't lose again, then Notre Dame is in. And I think your only chance to see Miami lose again. Well, I don't know. The way that defensive line played against Louisville and the offensive line struggled against Louisville's front, they might lose 2 more. Georgia Tech and the conference championship game is definitely going to be one. Or even, I would even say, you mess around and catch SMU around at the end of the year. Like it's a lot of teams left in conference play that Duke, that ACC conference. This could be a lot of mix up to end over the next 4 to 5 weeks.
Oh yeah, Coach Moore. Let me ask you one more thing too, man. Oh, how you feel about the basketball scene on Alabama men's basketball season, man?
I'm glad that LeBaron Fillon is back. Right, shout out to LeBaron Fillon. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that first game against Florida State because I ended up falling asleep. I'm not gonna lie, but I do want to get into it. I know the men's basketball team. I think they're going to be dynamic. They got a lot of scores this year. Aiden Sherrill is a guy that I'm looking to have a big season as he transitions to more of a starter impact role. So I'm excited. And then Aiden Holloway, being an off-ball guard this season is probably going to be helpful for him. But I would like to see him mature in ball handling and taking care of the ball, get a little bit more aggressive because he has a solid offensive skill set. I think he could work off the dribble and create a shot better than LeBaron Fillon, who can just get past you and get to the rim and is a strong finisher in the paint. So I like what we looking like, man. But you know me, I don't know if how long you've been following me, but I am big on Bama women's basketball. And I think this year, oh man, we're gonna make another push for the SEC conference title, man. It's gonna be this squad right here, bro. We got some offensive players offensively this year that I think are gonna have some big games. And Carly Weathers is playing with a swag and a different attitude. She might be a more like finesse savvy version of Sarah Ashley Barker, who's now playing with the LA Sparks. She playing with the LA Sparks. So okay. And we got shooters all over that women's squad. So I can't wait. I'm excited about women's ball. I'm excited about men's ball. We'll be doing slight coverage while football season is going on. But for the most part, once football season is over with, we transition into basketball season right before March Madness, right around tournament time. And it's about to be a movie this year for both teams.
Yeah, so I was ready to ask you about that. I was going to ask you, do you do basketball season too? I was going to ask you about that too, man.
Yes, sir. Look, and my boy Jordan, he know I'm hype about basketball season. As a matter of fact, I'm going to need Jordan. Them tickets that he not using this year, I'm going to need them. Patty Mayo, my little sister tapping in from Phoenix City. Listen, man, I'm going to need them tickets, Jordan, because, but I got my little sisters and my nieces on the squad, man. And actually, I found out, shout out to my family, man. I can't say their name, but we got some staff members. Coach Smook got some relatives on the Alabama's communications staff. So we're gonna be networking and trying to get vetted and become a trusted resource around all the athletic programs that allow us to have interest in them, man, and provide us our type of coverage for them. But Melvin, I appreciate you for tapping in, man, and
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
we always have good dialogue.
Yeah, man. I want to make a little shout out for Let Me Go. Shout out to the Las Vegas Ace who won the championship this year.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to the Las Vegas Ace.
Yes, sir. That girl, Aaliyah Nye, first year, rookie year, becoming a WNBA champion. Shout out to her, man. That's my girl right there, bro.
Yeah, that's my squad, Las Vegas Ace. That's my WNBA team. And my NBA team, Miami Heat. I'm a Heat fan. No, don't be like that, Coach Wood. Don't feel like that.
Man. Yeah, look, I'm a diehard Lakers fan, and I'm not a LeBron fan. So before anybody come in here talking crazy, I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I became a Laker the fans with Nick Van Ness, who was their point guard, man. So yeah, that tells you how long I've been a Lakers fan. And I thought Eddie Jones was going to be what Kobe became when we drafted Eddie Jones. So
yeah, okay.
That's how far back I go for being a Laker fan. You know, so
I go all the way back to Tim Hardaway days, man.
Yeah, you know Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway. Who was y'all pop? Y'all had Glenn Rice out down there in Miami for a few years.
Man. Man.
Yeah, I'm a basketball man. OG. I like the old school ball. At late 80s, early 90s, 2000s era. That's my favorite era of basketball, man.
What year you born? 90 what? 91?
No, I was born in 90. I'm a 90s baby. Shout out to all the 90s babies out there.
Yeah, I'm a 81 baby.
Ah, yeah, you old, Melvin.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey, my bad. Hey, it's a blessing. I'm trying to get where you at, though. That's the goal. I'm trying to make it to where you at. So you won it up on me, man. Coach, I just made it. Did you mention the new commits? Nah, what I'm gonna mention the new commits for? You talking about tonight? We talked about these commits. We talked about flipping the defensive end from Georgia in June. We talked about getting another quarterback commit. 2 quarterbacks commit coming back. We still waiting on our receiver flip, right? We got our offensive lineman that I mean everything that we talked about in June. I don't go back and repeat and stuff because people not gonna listen until it's happening, and then they act like they forgot your boy said something about it. So, we talked about that for a minute ago, Taylor. For us, appreciate you for pulling up, man. Appreciate you for pulling up. I ain't see you in the chat in a minute. Did you get gifted a sub or you been sub? I mean, member. But Melvin, I appreciate you, man. And roll tide, my guy.
Okay, man. Roll tide, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Melvin for tapping in on the phone line. Phone line open again, 334-625-1121. Y'all know I like for us to take our time on the phone lines at night, give y'all time and space. We go about 8 to 10 minutes sometimes on these phone calls, man, and just talk good ball. Everybody's had some good conversation tonight. You had somebody call and talk about Bama, and then you talk about some of the lineups this weekend. Big games. Let me pull up my my college football picks results from this past weekend. That sucked, man. I was trash this past weekend. I still got an overall winning record though, so that's I don't know if I'm a win for the season though, man. It's getting ugly out here. I got to see what the leaderboard look like anyway. Let me see what's this week. That's week 9. Let's go back to week 8. So we got. Let me. Can I share it? Don't laugh at my record either, y'all. Y'all some rude supporters sometimes. Y'all be laughing at me and picking at me and stuff. I don't like it. I'm just playing. Y'all be showing your boy some love. All right, so we got Vanderbilt. We got that one. I might have did better than I thought. I might have misread. We got Georgia Tech. We picked that one right. Houston. We got that pick. Yes, sir. I thought Baylor was gonna pull it out, and they were close, man. They get a game up in the third quarter. Let TCU come take over. I had South Carolina over Oklahoma. Oh, I'm trash for that. I should have stayed with my brother, man. I just didn't think Material was healthy. What up, my dog? What up, Jason? Look, Jason, it's funny you pop in right as I'm talking about this, man. Right as I'm talking about this. Look at me. And then I had Ole Miss over Georgia once again, bro. They should have did it, bro. So the 2 big games of the day. I dropped them, but that Baylor TCU was definitely a toss-up. I dropped the big ones. JMU helped me out. Iowa, Missouri pulled it out for me, and BYU. So I didn't do bad. I went 8-2. I went 8-2. Zach, how'd you do? And as a matter of fact, I ain't gotta ask you. I could just go look at the leaderboard. Let me see. AAA family. Let's see. I'm in 3rd place. Ooh, snap. We got ESPN Barrett Taylor. He in 1st place. Let's see what his picks look like for week 3. Can we look at them? Week 8. Let's see. A lot of people, have y'all been doing y'all picks every week? Let's go back. Let me see. He went 7-3. I went 8-2. Oh, so I won this. Ooh, Bear. That boy already. Oh, you went 8-2? Uh-oh, Zach went 8-2. We got he got Duke, Houston. He did the same thing I did. Baylor. I thought Baylor's offense would be able to get at least 2 or 3 score spread and then be able to hold on for that 10 against. He picked Oklahoma. He got that one. He got Georgia, JMU, got Missouri. He picked Utah over BYU at home. So who was his 3 misses? I went 7-3. I ain't go 8-2. I went 7-3. I'm tripping because I miss Oklahoma. Tripping. I miscounted, y'all. I lied. Scare me. All right, let's go back. Let's see who else in here. Zach. Let's see what Zach did. Zach got a little tight record too. Vandy, Georgia, Houston, TCU over Baylor. He got that one over me. That's why he went 8-2. Oklahoma. He got Oklahoma too. He picked Ole Miss. He picked JMU, Iowa, Missouri, Utah. He went Utah too. Zach, you went with Utah. I thought you said you was going with BYU. That's why you're keeping me in the game, Zach. I appreciate it. I'm in 3rd place, Big Homie. Big Homie, did you do your picks? I bet Big Homie ain't do his picks. Oh, yes, he did. Okay. Big Homie got Vandy, Georgia Tech. What you win this week, Big Homie? Let's see. 8-2. Oh, he had a solid week too. Houston. Everybody went Baylor. So we always thinking the same thing, man. They should have pulled it off. Oklahoma, South Carolina. He didn't believe in that South Carolina offense. I should have listened to y'all. You know, accountability 2025. Georgia, Ole Miss, right? Everybody thought Ole Miss was going to pull it off. They should have won that one. James Madison, I told y'all, they doing something special. They gonna stay special too for some years to come. Their staff staying together. Iowa, Missouri, BYU. Yeah, he went with the pick, man. He went with the pick. Big Homie. Then we got Brett Sully. Brett Sully ain't been picking. We got to get Brett back active. I guess he ain't been picking. Brett, get back in the game, Brett. Get back in the game, bruh. Get back in the game. All right, chat. Phone line open, 334-625. Did you vote in the poll? Nope. I'm going to do it right now. As a matter of fact, let's do it live right now. Let's vote our AP25. We're going to do our own AP25, and that's how we're going to close the show out. Well, y'all can call in while we doing it, too. So you can share your thoughts. We can give you, we'll let you weigh in on 2 or 3 rankings, and then we'll open the phone line for somebody else if they want to tap in. Jason, which one do you send it to? My Coach Smook? Gmail? I never do this on time, y'all. I suck at this, Jason. I be doing so much other stuff. Which one do you send it to, Jason? Is it Coach Smook Network? Let me see. It might be sent to the network one. It ain't. Or you send it to my personal. I don't know, man. I got too many emails, bro. Somebody help me. I need help. I need a help. Let me see, y'all. There it is. I got it, Jason. You ain't got to say nothing. I got it. We're going to pull it up live for everybody. He said deadline is Tuesday, 8 p.m. Okay, bet. Let's switch accounts. Let's go there with that one. Boom, shakalaka. All right. Y'all ready to do this with me? Let's see if we can zoom in. All right, this is our personal rankings. All right, chat. We not doing it based off the current AP 25. So I'm open. The phone lines are open, and we're gonna do our AP top 25. Let me know if y'all can see this good. Can y'all see that print good? All right, number 1. I'm gonna have to respect them until otherwise proven. Not really big on their strength of schedule, but they have looked good and complete. Let's go Ohio State. I'm gonna go Ohio State. I think everybody agree that Ohio State, regardless of their schedule, they've shown that they can be deserving of number 1. Now, this is where I'm gonna get funny, y'all. I think my Crimson Tide are the best, one of the top 2 teams in the country right now. I truly do. It says week 9. It definitely said week 9. Yeah, week 9. Ohio State, number 3. Do I really respect Indiana over Texas A&M? I don't, because I don't think Penn State was for real. That win was shaky. I mean, other than the Penn State game, even though they blew Penn State out, I just don't think they're a complete team. They haven't played the competition level, so I'm gonna go Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M is playing great ball on both sides. They're in the SEC. They're coming up against an LSU team in Baton Rouge. Going to be a crazy environment. If they really pull that one out, then I'll even give Texas A&M the respect and put them ahead of us for being able to win in a tough environment on the road, like in Baton Rouge. What's that? Okay. Yeah, we're on the ESPN site. If somebody can find the link to the new pick'ems, in the Discord, that's where we posted the original one. The number 4 team in the country right now. Let's go ahead and give Indiana they undefeated respect, right? Got to give them something. Got to give them something for what they're doing. They are undefeated. Do I think they're going to be a team in the playoffs that's going to give somebody problems? I don't think so. I don't think they have a Notre Dame type season where they surprise people because they actually playing a good brand of ball. They're benefiting from a favorable schedule, experienced roster. All of those things are coming together for their team this year, kind of like it did for Arizona State last year. And I see them beginning to struggle. Now, this is my top 25. This is our top 25. We're kind of sharing our thoughts on it. I got Georgia Tech coming in at number 5 right now. I know everybody talking about Georgia at number 5. The AP's got Georgia at number 5. I got Georgia Tech. They're undefeated. They are undefeated in the conference play. They've had some break wins already. This team is going to be a competitor in the ACC. They took Georgia to 8 overtimes last season to end the season, and they've come in on really on a mission. Haynes King in that offense, they hard to stop. The defense is physical in the front. I think Georgia Tech going to be a real playoff contender, whether they win the ACC or not. If they only have one loss at the end of the season, and that's in the conference championship game, I think Georgia Tech is going to make a solid first round appearance in the ACC. In the college football playoff. And then right behind them, let's put little brother Georgia Bulldogs there. No need to explain why they deserve to be there. Ole Miss, I'm going to put Ole Miss right behind Georgia. I think right now, if Ole Miss and Oklahoma were to see each other on a neutral, regardless where it's at, I think Ole Miss right now is a little bit better on offense, and they can give Oklahoma defense fits. And I also think Ole Miss defense does enough on defense to disrupt being able to help Matera in the passing game, because we saw even South Carolina, they had moments where they were very disruptive in the pass game, and he was inaccurate on a few plays. I think he's healthy now. But I do think Oklahoma still has a few issues up front that they could figure out, and they got to find not an explosive run game, just a run game that they could depend on. I keep telling everybody, Alabama's run game is not explosive at all. It's not explosive at all, but you could depend on it. You could depend on that target number of 3.4 to or 3.7 to 4.1 yards per carry from Alabama. So I think Oklahoma falls right behind Georgia, Ole Miss, and then BYU. BYU is number 8 in my ranking, and then Ole Miss is after BYU. So let me find Ole Miss. Let me see, did I do that right? Georgia, Ole Miss, BYU. And then my fault. I got Vanderbilt right here. Their win, Vanderbilt's win over LSU lets you know that they're for real. I don't care who you are. Take brands away, disassociate brands, and look at what's happening on the film. Vanderbilt is a legit contender. And if y'all haven't paid attention to Vanderbilt's schedule, they have an opportunity to win out. They have a favorable schedule to win out. They have a tough matchup against Missouri, but they host them at home. And I think that's their toughest matchup left on their schedule. We'll dive into that schedule in a minute. Vanderbilt is the team to watch at number 9. They could be playing for the SEC championship. If Texas A&M drops one or Alabama drops another, they're right there in the mix for the SEC championship if they win out. And they are a threat. AAA fan with a wristband, would you like to become a weekly voter in the Hall of Fame top 25? if y'all want to, man, jump in the Discord and respond to that. We got a Discord. And we could post that link every week. But you have to be a member, wristband, have to be a member of the AAA family to be a part of the rankings. All right, let's jump back into our rankings, man. We got where we at? We're at number 10. And I really haven't had time to really make my own top 10. So I'm kind of just doing this off refreshing my mind and looking at how teams have played. And I don't believe in Oregon, but they are a top 10 team. I'll give Oregon that number 10 ranking. I just don't think they're playing a good brand of football. Once again, a team that's benefited in that Big Ten from not seeing the powers in that conference. And when they do see equal or, I guess you could say equal competition, when they do see a team that's just as talented as they are not handling, they're not executing at a high level, and they're not winning. They're not winning the big games. They lost to Indiana. They let Indiana come in and really handled them all game. I know it's only a 10-point victory, but they let Indiana come in, and then they had a bye week this week, so it didn't help kind of like evaluating where they are. But we'll see them return this weekend against Wisconsin. I think, is that a Friday night game? If I'm not mistaken, Oregon and Wisconsin is Friday night. So we'll see what they do this weekend. Hold up, October 25th. That's Friday, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's Saturday. I'm sorry. I can't read. I can't see. I can't count. All right. Then after Oregon on my top 10, I'm going to have to go. Now we start getting into a lot of those one-loss teams that I think are just showing up and playing a get-by brand of ball, right? We got BYU in our top 10. They're deserving of that top 10 rank. You got Oregon with one loss closing out the top 10. You got Georgia right up there above the other one-loss top teams. And I got Alabama as my number one top team. Number 11 is where I start trying to really look at the body of work of teams. And I'm looking at the current AP rankings. They have BYU there. I have BYU a little bit higher. I think right now at number 11, I would put Oklahoma. I would put Oklahoma ahead of Miami because I think Carson Beck has shown up. He's back. Shout out to the Georgia fans that that came to that conclusion even before he left. But I look at what Louisville was able to do against Louisville was able to do against Miami's front. They was able to do against Miami's front, and I don't think Miami's going to be able to sustain with a non-athletic quarterback like Carson Beck, because teams are seeing that they could really blitz six all game, and he's not going to make the right decision. He's not going to make the right decision no matter how you scheme it up for him. He's not going to make the right decision. So I think that's going to hurt them here towards the latter part of the season. I'm talking about their schedule. Let's look at their schedule. They have Florida State. They just they beat Florida State, right? Last game against Florida State, they won. They were on a bye week this week. They got Stanford this weekend. Which is crazy because Stanford just beat Florida State. They coming in against Stanford. They go to Stanford. That's like one of those weird ACC cross country matchups that we said was going to be weird for these teams as they come into this new conference era. Then they host SMU, like I said, a dangerous team. Syracuse. I don't think Syracuse has much of anything working. They're sputtering right now. North Carolina State, another team, just no real explosiveness. Virginia Tech, a tough team, and then Pitt is a team to watch for. So Miami could drop one or two closing out this season, and a team like Georgia Tech could be right there in the front runners against a Louisville team. So I got Miami right now at number 12 behind Oklahoma. Like I said, Oklahoma, as long as Mateer is healthy, I think you start to see a little bit more efficiency from that offense, but they're having to put a lot more film out, Jason. That's what I wanted to tell you. Like Arbuckle, I think defenses are starting to get a beat on you. We'll talk about y'all schedule this week too. Gonna make sure we get Jason in here and we're gonna break down some of the SEC thoughts on the final rankings of the SEC. Texas Tech losing to Arizona State. I thought Texas Tech was for real, but they're still out on jury. I think that's their one-off game. and they still played a tough game. Arizona State is not like they were a trash team coming in. They lost a lot, but they retained a lot from depth guys that played, in spots last year. And I think we always say this, week 6 through 8 is when you start seeing teams kind of find their identity. So I think Arizona State is deserving of that 13 rank. And then after 13, let me look at some more. You got 14. I still like Missouri. I still like Tennessee. I still like Louisville. Cincinnati, they just not cutting it. I don't think they play in a solid brand of ball. I'm not big on Notre Dame being in my top 15. So I'm going to go right now. I have everybody that I think should be in the top 10 in the top 10. Right now, I'm going to go. And honorable mention, I don't think people are paying attention to what Michigan is doing because of the 2 losses early, but I think Michigan might be able to push and win out. I want to see how they play against Michigan State, who is struggling. If they can handle Michigan State decisively, I think Michigan might make a solid push for the conference title and be a solid playoff team. But we got Arizona State at 13. I think at 14, who would y'all put at 14? Tech got a so-so coach. You talking about Texas Tech? Yeah, they're going to struggle when it comes to managing close games. I saw that this past weekend against Arizona State. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Missouri. I think Missouri being able to go on the road, their first road game of the season, they got some answers, played a sloppy in Jordan Hare. But we know how Jordan Hare is. And Missouri was able to go in and get that win. It's a conference win. And their only loss is to Alabama team that has won 3 other ranked games. So Alabama looking like the best team in the SEC and proving it. Right behind Missouri, I will go with South Florida. I do think they will win their conference, and they might be one of them group of 5 teams that sneak into the playoff and get that 12 seed behind Notre Dame at 11 if Notre Dame finishes off. So I'm going to get USF here in my AP. USF. Where y'all at? Jason, I know you ain't putting them in here in South Florida. Why you ain't put USF? Number 16, we're going to go ahead and give that to them boys down there out of Louisville. You know what? The way Louisville's front played against Miami, do y'all think they could do that week in and week out? Because that was tough. They run game looked explosive, and Miami has been bottling up a lot of run games. I think I'm gonna let Louisville stick around right there with their 5-1 record. They are in contention of for the ACC, and I do respect the ACC this year. I think it's a lot more spread out. More, maybe 5 or 6 teams in the ACC, true competitors. I don't think they're amongst the top 10s of the country, but right there in that 11 to 17, 18 range. You got about 3 or 4 ACC teams that can fight for a spot. I'm not feeling too much strength from the Big Ten. Penn State, they put a bad taste in my mouth about the Big Ten and what's really there in that conference. At number what number we on? 17. Number 17, Virginia Tech is still hanging around, guys, and they are playing a physical brand of football. I'm gonna put not Virginia Tech, but Virginia. I'm gonna put Virginia at number 16 here. Just think they gotta beat a marquee opponent, big game. Like, I think right now you have to consider when teams are playing, because if they can't handle big primetime games or big light games, conference games of the weeks, you can't expect them to go into the playoffs and perform, right? Right? Those things matter. The committee's going to consider all these things, right? So I got Virginia there. And then we still don't have LSU. We still don't have Tennessee on this rankings. We still don't have Texas. I don't have Texas in my top 25, guys. I'm going to just be honest. I don't have Texas in my top 25. I think they're a team that's barely hanging on. When I look at some of the other teams that's in college football, right? And I'm going to pull this up. And I'm going to look at the schedule for this weekend and just looking at teams that have actually been in some quality games, right? In some quality games throughout the season, and aren't really getting that same pop that same hype that Texas is getting, because they probably don't have the star power, but they're playing quality football. I look at Memphis with 1 loss. I think Memphis could come in and give Texas a run for their money. at 6-1. I look at Tulane, the brand of ball that they're playing. They could come in. They could be a top 25 team before I keep Texas in my top 25. You got SMU at 5-2, same record as Texas. They don't look dominant, but I think SMU and Texas on a neutral field is going to be a good game, and I think SMU might pull it out. I got so many other teams other than Texas in my top 25, so I'm not feeling Texas in my top 25. So here, ranked at 18, we're gonna go ahead and bring up the and I think let me see where they ranked at for the AP, the official AP polls. They're at 22. So yeah, I got a ways. So let me get Tennessee up here. I know we just beat Tennessee. They came in ranked number 11. To lose to the number 5 team in the country on the road. What they had 2 turnovers in the game, 2 picks and 1 fumble, or 1 safety. So I got Tennessee there. Did I put Missouri in my top? Yeah, okay, Missouri's there. We can go ahead and get who else? I don't have LSU there yet. I'll bring Notre Dame in now, I guess. Notre Dame's gonna hover around and be one of those teams, that get in because of where their schedule is and how it plays out. But I don't think they're a top 12 team that's going to compete first round and give anybody problems. They're not a team that I'm scared of in the playoffs if they make it. That's a team I want to make it to the playoffs, right? If I'm Alabama or Ohio State or somebody like that. So let's get Notre Dame up here. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Who am I missing? You voted Bama number 2 in your poll. I truly think we're the number 2 team in the country, man. I truly think Alabama's playing a top 2 brand of ball right now. I got Notre Dame at 19, and then 20. Let's go. Let's get I keep LSU in my top 25. I'll give LSU a chance because it just depends on how they start. If they start slow, they look trash. When they have an opportunity, and they haven't been starting fast all season, but when they get rolling, they're hard to stop. You can't count them out just yet. They got a few home games for the rest of the season. LSU might be able to right that ship and get back into competitive play. And then right behind LSU, like I said, only because I think they're dealing with the growth of Bryce Young. Bryce Underwood, not Bryce Young, but I got Michigan at my 21. I'm going to put Michigan at 21. Michigan at 21. 22, let's pull Cincinnati up here at 22. I don't mind having Cincinnati at 22. Utah, I like them with their 2 losses. I still think they're a tough team. Let me get Illinois 23. And I get Utah at 24. Utah at 24. You find the U. Utah at 24. God. I thought I heard somebody sneezing. And then 25. Let's get the undefeated Air Force out there. Is that Air Force that's undefeated? I think I just saw that on the scoreboard. I just don't want Texas in my top 25. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I just don't want Texas in my top 25. They don't deserve to be in the top 25. Navy. Let's give it to Navy. I'm gonna give it to Navy just to mix it up a little bit. I don't like Texas in my top 25. They talk way too much crap. All right, so let's go through our top 25 again, and then I'm gonna have my odds record this, and then we're gonna end the show after this. Nobody called it on the phone line, which is great. Ohio State 1, Bama number 2, Texas A&M number 3, Indiana number 4, 5 Georgia Tech, 6 Georgia, 7 Ole Miss, 8 BYU, 9 Vanderbilt, 10 Oregon. Did I go Oregon twice? Let me see. Okay, I did it. Ole Miss, BYU, Vanderbilt, Oregon. 11 Oklahoma, 12 Miami, 13 Arizona State, 14 Missouri, 15 South Florida, 16 Louisville, 17 Virginia, 18 Tennessee, 19 Notre Dame, 20 LSU, Michigan 21, Cincinnati 22, Illinois 23, Utah 24, and Navy 25. We're gonna submit that there. And shout out to y'all, man, for appreciating it. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with the top 25 on the Hall of Fame college football top 25 poll. Hey, Jason, you gonna make me a graphic too, like you do on yours? You gonna make me a graphic too? You gotta show me what you used to do that so I could do it a lot of easier way. Yeah, Navy is undefeated, man. Yeah, that's the only reason. And you see what Texas look like. So I don't know, man. I'm not too sold on that Ohio State ranking, but they are winning until they in a game where they one possession game, where they squeeze it out against the unranked. And Texas still sucks. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But once again, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. It's been fun as always. Hey, make sure y'all are liking the stream on all the other platforms, on all the other sites, and sharing the content. All of the live streams, all of the shorts and VODs that you see, they are shareable. Share them on your Facebook pages. All your Bama family that love to watch college football content, bring them over here. Get them on this phone line. Y'all see how much fun we have when we have all the callers calling in, sharing their different thoughts. I mean, we got the ladies running up the phone line, man. I got to give it up to my ladies, man. Bama ladies, continue to support. Thank y'all for the 30 likes on the stream on YouTube, man. For real. And then TikTok, y'all steadily tapping the screen. Much love. We had 91 total new 91 viewers come through on the TikTok side. Mr. Bama 777 Sam. K Titwell done tapped in. I'm surprised K didn't call back in, man. He had a good phone call the other night. He was feeling good. He was saying, I'm smoking mines. I got it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Brandon, the camera guy, man. Appreciate you, Brandon. You need to go ahead and get your wristband, bro. Get your wristband, bro. Join that AAA family. And then for all the other sites, green, purple, black, blue, all these other sites, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Drop your reactions if you're watching this post live. Remember, drop a like, drop a share in the comment, drop a comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And make sure you share the content, y'all. That's the best way for us to continue to keep going. I love seeing all the new faces, love hearing all the new voices on the phone line. And we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep growing. And with that being said, man, shout out to our sponsors. Every AAA member, we appreciate you, right? We appreciate you and the love that you're showing. And y'all, another great show. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Roll Tide roll. I'll catch y'all on the next one. See y'all tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Y'all be blessed, man.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game.